Nababo stingray, abo lilweng, bakuzeni, asphuzeni, nababo stingray, abo lilweng, bakuzeni, asphuzeni,
Is that a purple? Woo! Puppies. Hello, mommy. Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh. Nice, nice, no? Hey, fat. Duck like that. That's her first litter. She's not too bad a mom. 2 pups. So yeah, managed to cycle with the guys after a week. After whatever it was, tired me. 50 k's in the bag, but I can feel that the horsepower is down a bit. Some horsepower missing. So hey, yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the mustache here, the Magnum PI, is growing into the lip, and the gray hairs are finally showing my age. But so good, exam. So long life. Today I thought, heck, I went into the bush and came out of the bush. Where people threw away their rubbish, I picked up their rubbish. Wait till my sister sees this bunch of junk, she's gonna go mad. For me, this is gold. Gold, gold, gold. Just pieces of rot waiting to be brought back to life. Found out. A nice old cup. There you go. A bully beef tin. No, answer was maybe someone's crown. An old Fanta. So thirsty. And here, a gaba. These items probably took about what? 10 years to rust. Even got sand in my pocket. And I can even use that to paint. 10 years to rust. There was a time when, like I said, there was no rubbish collection, so people were just dumping in the bush. If you keep your eye out just underneath the growth, or if you let Bo pull you where he wants to pull you, you discover new little spots. Now, I just finished talking to a guy who is a gold miner. Small scale, very, very small scale. He's just starting up. It's not easy work, huh? They dig at night. Remember there was a time when Mugabe gave permission to peg but you've got to go through the Ministry of Mines, and it altogether it costs about $1,000 US to peg where you find gold. But somebody else might allow you to come and peg or mine for gold on their claim, and then they charge you per day, 30 US or 60 US per day, right? And then now you go at it. You can hire somebody to dig for you using a pick and shovel, but then when you hit rock, you now need a jackhammer, one of those brrr, brrr, if you're small scale, that we're talking small scale here, right? So you can hire one out. This is everything I'm telling you. He's told me. We had a good 10-15 minute conversation. I wanted to go. I said to him, can I come watch you dig? He says, yeah, you can come at night. Nah. So I said to him, I'll come, at night. You got torches and it's cold, it's winter time now. He says, yeah, you'll dress warm, but you'll take it off because you're working, isn't it? So I said, how come the guys, the rangers, don't catch you guys? He says, because we do it next to another mine. And that mine is 24 hours. And then that mine will be making noise, so you're undetected. Right. So to get a jackhammer now, that's about 5,000 US. Okay? And then the gold finder, that scanner, that metal detector, that's a good quality one. You're talking about 3,000 US. Okay? And then, right, to hire out the jackhammer, these guys don't have 5,000 US. They're just starting out, but to hire out the jackhammer, you're looking at 80 US a day for 24 hours. Okay, now I asked him how much gold did he find last night. He said 2 grams. I said, how much is that worth? That's worth maybe 100 US. That's going by hands, pick and shovel. Then you gotta still take it to be ground, and they're gonna charge you their bit there, and they're gonna skate you out because they're not gonna run it through properly. So if you're making, I don't know, 20 US, or if you're gonna collect from your 1 or 2 ton of soil of ore that you've dug up, if you're gonna get 3 grams out of that, they're gonna get 3 grams out of that as well. So sometimes it's better to be the middleman. Huh? So they're getting rich off your hard work. Anyway, so right, you hire out your jackhammer. That's $80. But now with your jackhammer, you're gonna be digging faster than a pick and shovel. Obviously, going through rock, so you're gonna get more ore, and then you can get more bucks for your gold. And if you're not the type of man that's gonna drink your money, you invest your money eventually to buy your own scanner, get your licenses, your own jackhammer, work your way up, you know what I mean? Hopefully you haven't got about 6 to 8 kids waiting for school uniform and food, and that is tough. Gentle giant. Morning, how are you? Good, thanks. And the 3 beans are growing. So I've got a green hand after all. Azanbom. There's the mongoose. There's it. There's it. Desi taxi. Yeah. No.
Dinner 50 cents.
No, it's okay. Don't worry.
Okay,
It's okay. Thank you.
thank you.
Nice baby.
Okay, baby, bye.
So you are here now. Why? They are jealous. You are doing good.
But maybe after some days.
Whew. I'm wiring the bag full of junk. Going through the bush. Never have I seen so much caca about. Look at that. Huh? I know I like to drop in the bush, but that's once in a while. Men are dropping here. Hey, normally you'd see wildlife droppings, but this is life droppings. Life here in Zimbabwe droppings. When there's no water, who's gonna waste the water to flush when you got a bush right out your doorstep? Check. Droppings. And my hound smarts to graze these items. Whether I don't know, it can check there's still some nutrition in there. So no, yeah, hey, look, when I started this channel here, I said to myself, hey, said check that item. Teach. And then I'm still gonna go pick up zincs. Maybe the Mensa perched on top. Check, this is a DVD cover here, but it's got writing on it, so I can't use it. Nice piece of metal though. So yeah, I said to myself, hey, when I start this channel here, one, it's not a political channel. Especially since it's about Zimbabwe, we don't want that. Huh? Two, we don't want a religious channel. You know, sometimes I really want to have a go at you menses. And sometimes I do. So I said, nah, this is just gonna be a raw person channel. Raw Mensa, raw GOFFAL. I'm just gonna be who I am as a Zimbabwean, who I am growing up, who I was growing up. Our people, our culture, our language, our laughter, our sadness, and things that we go through and how we adapt to them. Our music, huh? All that. All the beauty of Zimbabwe that those of you that are abroad that can't come back miss. I try and put it on this channel, but politics I try to stay away from. Because, hey, Hans will be knocking at my door. But every now and then I have to drop a little hint about what's going on. That's a nice can. Yeah, that's a nice can. Look at that. One man's trash is another man's treasure. People are digging for gold. I'm finding it on the surface. And just how the army is gonna come and cordon me off. But no, this is not Mutari. I wanted to operate with a wheelbarrow. The other day I operated with a wheelbarrow. I got a full wheelbarrow, but it was just like, hey. Nano Queen stopped me. She says, what are you doing? She says, because I see you are clean, so you are not mad. And we had a good half an hour rapper. Look at that. That's beautiful. You can't see it. Us mad ones can. We had a good half an hour talk. She ended up telling me how she started off selling vegetables and now she's got 3 houses from which she receives rent and she doesn't need to work. She just collects rent. Buys her 7 chickens a month and that is it. I think at one point here I'm gonna disturb Diablo's nyoka or these are not bad. These can do. These can do. Or a landmine, huh? I might disturb that. But hey, I'm never gonna get home. When they stopped collecting rubbish, when the bin collectors start coming around, people were forced to just dump their stuff in the bush, and that, you know, cholera, it led to cholera outbreak, dysentery, diarrhea, and all sorts of stuff, which is what is happening now with the water cuts. But this time, it seemed to be genuine because the dams are low. This is nice. I like that. If you can't see the beauty in that, this is a pink tent. If you can't see it, then you are the one on Zol. Now, where I'm going is all the way that way. Check. Down past that tree, round cabin. This sack here is gonna be duck. Fence is not gonna reach all the way around. People were throwing away stuff. So yeah, people had to throw away stuff, you know what I mean? Because the bin collectors weren't collecting. You had to then take it to, and me, I'm throwing away stuff. No. I'll leave it there. It needs more rusty years. 5-10 years to rust, and then I'm coming by to collect. So people were forced to just throw away, you know what I mean? Because now they were saying, you got to take your own rubbish to the dump site, and then they're rushing you for it. So people what? Yeah? I mean, they do it in the UK as well. Fly tipping. So you can't even laugh and tune. Hey, check the Zimbabweans. People will do it. You know what I mean? People are doing what they can to survive. So people did it, and then on top of that, there was no sewage, no juice to take your stuff to the dump site. So then when you get there, they're charging you for it again. So I mean, you're paying your rates and taxes and collection for this dump. You collect it from your front gate once a week, which is now once every 2 weeks, and then they're rushing you for it, and then they don't do it. Plus, you've got no lights, so what do you expect people to do? Mama, this is nice. What was this? An exhaust? Some sort of... Even this is how we used to make wire cars, isn't it? Coca-Cola, look at that. Beautiful, huh? So when you're looking through rubbish, you better make sure spiders, snakes, scorpions are still dossing. This one here, I don't know, it's got some lines on it, but... okay, alright, just so that you can come with your connections. Don't leave you alone here in the bush. You can always throw them away later. Okay. Let's go. I'm gonna have to go cabin. This is half the trip done. This is that. Check that. Let's put you here. And you know where I'm going. Do I think I'm gonna get rich? No. I'm just fulfilling my purpose. I'm an artist. And an artist must paint. A musician must make music. Huh? A poet must write if they are to be at peace with themselves. It's as simple as that. Many artists and geniuses die poor, but they later on enrich the world with something they could see the world couldn't see. I'm not saying I'm any one of those, because I'm just a raw GOFFAL alone. That's the sun. Very nice. Look, it's a baking tin. Rust. Very nice. No, I won't tell you what I'm gonna do with them. You gotta let them sit. They've gotta cook. When something grabs your eye, huh? Sometimes you can think of an idea straight away. Some of you are born like that. But when something grabs your eye in this department, you let it sit. Take it. Because if you don't, that moment is gone. I've had many moments when I've said to myself, take that. Film that. Say that. Do that. And then that moment passes by and the opportunity is gone, because later on, when you're in your quietness, you say to yourself, hey, you know what? I should have told her off. You know what I should have said? Gone. Moment gone, isn't it? So it's the same thing with creative moments. Don't be embarrassed. Don't be shy. Listen to that inner voice. And to owning that inner voice, to listen to that inner voice there, it takes a mean skill. How many of you have, in the middle of the night, you just start singing a lacquer song and it sounds like the best? That's junk. And you say to yourself, hey, yeah, I must remember it in the morning. Then you say, no, but I'm going to forget. So you say, so get up and write it down. And as soon as you move, it's gone. Spray can. I'm not feeling it. Tin can. It's the brother of the same one that I kicked. It's burnt. But, nah, I'm not feeling it. We leave it there just a little bit longer. What do they call him? A vakabi. Is it a vakabi? Grab those moments, my brother. Seize those moments. Don't be shy to listen to that inner voice, because that one, that if you can honing that voice that gives you ideas when you're fast asleep and you got a notepad on the side of your bed, if you can still memorize what you just said in your sleep and then write it down when you get up, those are your Einstein moments. Huh? Those are your Tesla moments, Edison moments. Nothing here. It's here at cabin. Grab those moments. Don't be shy. I was like that at first, but now I care such rocks. And it's so freeing. It's so free. Ooh, you see. You know what I've noticed about this hobby? You'll walk on one side of the road and you'll see your stuff. But you might be walking on the same side of the road and not see stuff. Right? But when you're coming back on the same side of that road from a different angle, check what I've seen. A nice chikaba, you know what I mean? And it was a lacquer chikaba. No. So now I'm not happy because I've come at it from a different angle. And then at that same time, this side of the road might not show you anything. But when you look on the other side of the road, coming from a different angle, huh? Isn't that what Jesus said to his disciples? No, don't cast there. Cast on the side here. Our old buddies used to tune us and it come cast by the reeds, isn't it? We didn't want. We wanted the biggest sinker that's gonna throw as far as possible. There you go. See that? That's nice. Love it. this oak queen that I was rapping to when she started off selling vegetables. Sorry if I get too deep in slang for some of you guys. But you all know the lingo, so don't act. This woman that I was speaking to, that eventually bought 3 houses when she started off as a vegetable seller in the Komusha areas. And she said she had have to walk 2 k's that way, 5 k's that way to sell bita and whatnot. And she was a sales lady. It was her approach. How you approach the customer. She says, we found common ground. It's funny, sometimes the people that are closest to you ridicule you. And then the furthest, the complete stranger embraces you. I don't know what made her turn around and stop to, because I can be an intimidating guy. I've got a serious face when I'm in deep thought. Worse with this beard on. Even though I'm a small guy, don't come near the little puff adder. Yeah, so she stopped to talk to me and we connected. You know what I mean? No, not that way of connecting. Hey, you guys are proud. But be mindful. We connected. I thought I was going to end up enlightening her on what I'm doing. But I stopped to listen. She ended up schooling me and encouraging me, saying, carry on with what you're doing. I mean, follow that inner voice, that gift, that talent. You must. When it's given to you and you don't use it, when the time comes, you'll be asked what you've done with it. Like the men that were given talents in the Bible, the 3 men. So where do I get my inspiration from? There's a guy by Ascot Shopping Center. You guys know him. He breaks rocks just for the sake. I don't know what's going on, what his thought process is, but he's there. He's breaking his rocks. That is it. Do I get my inspiration from him? I'm not laughing at him. I'm not saying that I'll never go down that road. He's free. He's happy. But it's men like that Jesus chose to write the Bible. Am I wrong or am I right? Huh? Look at his disciples, the men who wrote the Bible. Men from all walks of life, rich, poor, murderers, robbers, liars, thieves, tax collectors. Huh? Wrong owns. I think I lifted up this tin already. Why are you calling me back, China? You wanna come? Zimbabwe. No, stay. Talk to me. No, you stay. Stay. Yes, BCC, they're gonna chew me. Yeah. Stay. At first, when this habit of mine started, years ago, long ago, I think when I got my first camera, early 90s, I used to love to take photos of beggars, of, men, and the years, the wisdom, what they've been through. You could see it on their face and their clothing, and I was fascinated by them. For me, they were artistic, and I wondered why no one was photographing these people and no one was painting them. And then fast forward 20, 30, 40 years, you go on Instagram and you see the photos of the Varanasi or the sadhus in India. Fantastic, magnificent photos taken by people like Lee Jeffries, professional photographers. And then some artists also paint them. I can imagine if people like Rembrandt stumbled across those men. Rembrandt's paintings were so beautiful. They showed the age of the clothing, the person's lines on his face. So that's where I get my inspiration from both men. The guy that is at Ascot And that's heavy now. Time to go home. And the guy that's the guys that are on the internet painting. There's always room for more. Never miss an opportunity to miss an opportunity.